2.
Hi, this is Mark Homan from Paul's Photo and the Creative Photo Academy. I really love my job. And one of the things I really like about it is being able to talk to you guys, to inspire you guys for here day 91 of our Be Creative series. And what do we have here today? We just got in on trade today, a classic Nikon F2AS. And when I first started in the camera store in 1974, if you wanted a camera, this is the camera you aspired to. So this camera was in existence, sold new between the middle 70s to the early 80s. It was about $600 or $700 at the time, and that was a king's ransom. I would have had to save years and years and years to get that kind of money. And it's just a beautiful camera. It's gorgeous, and I'm just going to make a picture of it because it's just so pretty. So let's talk about the setup that I have here. So I've got my black piece of cardboard on the bottom, and I wanted a reflection of the camera in there. So an old photographer's trick is to take a piece of glass. So this is a piece of 11 by 14 glass out of a picture frame that's going to bounce the light up and give me a reflection. Not a pure reflection like a mirror, but just a little semi-reflection. Then you can see I've got a black piece of cardboard in the background for the background, a white piece of cardboard to bounce the light in. I've got a second piece of white cardboard here, which I'm going to move in a little closer in just a minute. But I have Litra Torch Pro as my backlight here. It's a bicolor light, which means I can adjust the color with it set to warm. So it's a 3200 degrees Kelvin. So it's going to give an orange light on the back of the camera. You can see I have the barn doors installed, and the light is lighting right here to give a rim light to the camera. The main light is the Litra Pro Torch with the softbox. And what does the softbox do? It gives a broader, softer, gentler light, and that's lighting the front side of the camera here. Now I'm going to bring the white cardboard in, and how close do you bring it? All the way in, and you can see I've got a nice bottle of Mezcal there to hold it. And if you're asking, yes, the Tito's vodka is on the other side, because I know you guys are going to ask that question. So I've got the Nikon Z7 with the 105 macro. Come on down here, Cheryl, look at the picture, right? So I've got a nice tight image, and what really drew me to this when I saw the camera come in today is that 55 millimeter 1.2 lens, and it's got this big bulbous front that really catches the light, and the coatings on it are this beautiful magenta and purpley color, and it's just gorgeous. So that's what I'm doing. I'm highlighting that in the picture. Knowing what you want, having the tools to get it, that's how we're creative. So what am I going to do? Got the Z7 with the 105 micro lens. I'm focused right here on the name of the lens, Nikon 55 millimeter on the lens. F16, because I want a lot in focus, but even so, the back of the camera is going to be out of focus. Aperture priority, F16, ISO 400. I have my exposure compensation dialed into a -1 compensation because there's a lot of black in the picture and I need to preserve the highlights. So I'm going to make an exposure here. I'm going to touch right here in the front, right? Now, how do you check the exposure? Press the playback, go up on a Nikon so I can see the histogram, and you can see I've got a lot of dark, but I've got some light there. That tells me that I have not protected the highlights enough. So I'm going to hit my exposure compensation. Instead of -1, I'm going to go -1 2/3 exposure compensation. You see I focused right here on the badge on the lens. I'm going to touch focus. Awesome. I'm going to check the histogram again, and it's better. I've got a better exposure now, so I can go ahead and cut this up. I'm going to crop it. There you can go. Actually, I'm not going to crop it. It's cropped perfectly in the camera. I'm going to change the exposure a little bit in the computer, and I'm going to post it, and you guys are going to enjoy it. And somebody's going to come down tomorrow and buy this classic camera because it's awesome, it's beautiful, it's rocking. I don't even know how much it's going to sell for, but I just was in love with it today, so I wanted to take its picture. And now it's preserved forever, because that's what photography does. Photography allows us to share, to live, to create, to influence people. Thank you for being part of the Be Creative series. It's day 91. Tomorrow we'll have something fun for you. I already got my picture planned, and I want you to share your pictures. Hashtag Paul's Photo, hashtag We're All Together, and hashtag Creative Photo Academy. Why? Because Paul's Photo is where you come and get your gear. We're all together in this. We're surviving, we're thriving, we're being creative together. And Creative Photo Academy is where you come to get your inspiration and your education. Have a great day, everyone, and we'll see you tomorrow for the next part in the Be Creative series.